Sun and her husband, Chris Hu, walked out of federal court on Tuesday, released on bail. A 40-year-old U.S. citizen, Sun pleaded not guilty to taking millions in payments and gifts from Chinese officials in exchange for influencing the highest levels of New York state government for years. Her husband pleading not guilty to money laundering. Governor Kathy Hochul's office says Sun was hired a decade ago and fired in March of last year amid allegations of misconduct.
I'm furious and I'm outraged and absolutely shocked. The second we discovered some levels of misconduct, we fired her. We alerted the authorities.
In a 65-page indictment, prosecutors allege Sun blocked Taiwanese officials from having access to the governor's office, drafted unauthorized invitation letters to fraudulently get visas for Chinese officials, and changed messaging regarding issues of importance to China. Kickbacks went to her husband's businesses, prosecutors say, to fund a lavish lifestyle. Multi-million-dollar homes in Long Island and Hawaii, cash, and luxury cars, including a 2024 Ferrari Roma, like this one, that's priced over $260,000. The government says it will seize all of it, including more than $130,000 in a safety deposit box. The couple and their family also received expensive gifts, travel expenses paid, and tickets to shows, according to the indictment. And on multiple occasions, specialty salted ducks prepared by a Chinese official's personal chef. The DOJ calling Sun's actions a direct threat to national security.
The way Americans think about national security is being corrupted by foreign adversaries who want to tell us how to think and how to act. And that is a national security threat.
These charges are disappointing.
Outside of court, Sun's attorney defending his client.
We are looking forward to exercising our right to a speedy trial and addressing these accusations in the forum where it's most appropriate, which is a court of law.
Linda Sun, according to the indictment, also received millions of dollars in transactions for the China-based business activities of her husband, a job for her cousin in China, as well as tickets to various sporting and cultural events, including a performance of the Guangzhou Ballet at Lincoln Center and the Chinese National Traditional Orchestra at Carnegie Hall, both in Manhattan. As alleged, while appearing to serve the people of New York as Deputy Chief of Staff within the New York State Executive Chamber, the defendant and her husband actually worked to further the interests of the Chinese government and the CCP. U.S. Attorney Breon Peace for Eastern District of New York said in a statement, using the initials for the Chinese Communist Party. The illicit scheme enriched the defendant's family to the tune of millions of dollars. As for those salted ducks, a delicacy made from a recipe that goes back to the 14th century, an unidentified People's Republic of China, PRC, official had them delivered to the residence of Sun's parents. The Department of Justice disclosed in both a press release and in the indictment detailing the charges against the couple. Sun, 41, was charged Tuesday with violating and conspiring to violate the Foreign Agents Registration Act, visa fraud, alien smuggling, and money laundering. Prosecutors said Sun used her high-ranking positions in state government to serve the interests of the Chinese government and the Chinese Communist Party in exchange for millions of dollars. Hu, 40, was charged with money laundering conspiracy to commit bank fraud and misuse of means of identification. He allegedly laundered millions through bank accounts opened in the name of a close relative. Both pleaded not guilty Tuesday afternoon. Sun was set to be released on a $1.5 million bond and her husband on a $500,000 bond. Sun had been on the New York State payroll for roughly 15 years, holding positions in the administration of then-Governor Andrew Cuomo before becoming Hochul's deputy chief of staff. On Wednesday, Hochul said Sun was put in the position of liaison to the Asian community and global trade issues before she became governor in August 2021 and served in her administration for 15 months. The moment we discovered the misconduct, we fired this individual, Hochul said at a press conference, and we reported immediately to law enforcement.